All right, Crate Clubbers, our box came a little bit earlier than normal this month, and it is also a giant box, maybe the biggest package we've ever received as a major crate. So let's open this thing up and see what came inside. What's up guys, Eric here with At Home in the Future, and I'm back with another Crate Club unboxing. The subscription that normally comes in a big green crate is a really cool one. Lots of prepping, tactical, survival gear, all sorts of stuff. Comes in two different flavors. There's like a quarterly subscription box, and there's also a monthly box. We do the monthly on this channel, and we do the biggest version of that, which is the major crate. Anyway, if you want to get the subscription for yourself, just follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself some money. Like I mentioned, this is a giant box. I'm not really sure what could be inside of this. So maybe a little precarious trying to get everything out at my unboxing station here for us to take a look at it. So open it up and take a quick peek, and then we'll kind of unpack it so we can actually see everything. Sorry, here we go. All right, so we got a card here. This is interesting. Normally it comes as some sort of guide. Now see why it's so big. There's a Kong case in this thing. All right, so you see the items running down this list right here. Here's an overview of the stuff. Let me pull it all out and then we'll go through it item by item. Here we go. All right, so we got everything kind of pulled out and everything. And like I said, this is unusual for Crate Club. Normally we get like a printed guide that's like a little booklet. And this time it's just a little simple card and kind of flimsy paper. So I wondered if something changed last minute, or maybe this is the new format. I don't know. We'll kind of go through this thing item by item here. First up, we have this Kong case over here to the side. So big, I'm not even sure how I'm going to unbox this on camera. So these cases, they remind me a lot of like a big Pelican case. They're just like those over-engineered, like thick, ruggedized plastic with foam inserts and stuff typically. And this one appears to be orange. I'll kind of pull it out here in a second. We'll take a look at it. Size-wise though, it's 16 inches by 13.5 by 7.6 inches. It's made from high-impact engineering plastic. Has an IP67 rating. Against dust and water, up to 3 minutes for 30 minutes. Okay, so you can actually submerge this thing. Customized high-density foam. All right, let me see. I'm gonna pull this off camera. We'll try to get it out to kind of pan it past you guys. Right here, I'm gonna scoot all this stuff over and take a look. You can see a little bit, kind of move it around so you can get a sense of it. So you got that kind of ruggedized look here. Really cool, bright, kind of emergency orange plastic. Check out these clasps. If you can see these, kind of put them at an angle here, but we've got these big pull clasps here that have this little latch. Then you pop these bad boys open. I think it said it had foam on the inside too that was customized. All right. So yeah, you got this foam. As I push it down, you'll see it's kind of in these little square cutouts. So whatever you want to put in these, like a lot of people use these for drones. I've seen some guys use these for their pocket knife collection where they'll kind of chip out a few squares at a time and throw a knife in there kind of straight down into it and keep a lot of their gear safe. Really customizable, really useful, super tough in the field. Again, you could probably throw these things, I mean, they don't claim this, but you could probably throw this off a plane and it'd probably survive the impact more or less. It also has lashing plates here that are metal reinforced where you can throw on zip ties or whatever else to keep your gear nice and safe there. Let's see, I'm gonna close this thing back up. Listen, you can hear how loud those clasps are. And we've got a little auto pressure release thing there too. So if you're traveling with it, that is nice to have. Super solid, very, very versatile, and a giant item to receive in a subscription box. That's cool. I'm gonna scoot it over to the side so we can keep going with other stuff. I know in the past, I think BattleBox sent these a year or two ago, and they came in different colors, so I don't know. If you're also a Crate Clubber, you may get a different color of these as well, or we may all get orange. I'm not sure. I do dig the orange though. It's a cool product. All right, I'm gonna scoot this over here to the side, and it'll always be peeking at us as we unbox other stuff here. So next up, we'll just go down this side. We have from P4X, compressed bamboo towel tablets. Oh, these are cool. Plus a metal case. So we have this box here. You can see the labeling on the side. And I wonder, for years, if you watch stuff on this channel, when I put together little emergency kits, I have these little compressed towel tablets that come kind of individually wrapped. I don't know if this is a similar style product or not. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. These are super useful though. Let's see, we got these containers here. This is what I'm curious about. It's almost like they have these little rolled up tab containers that you can use or throw in a kit or on a keychain and keep your stuff organized. Yeah, look at these things. So compressed towels. I wonder, it may have like an O-ring. Whew, it's a squeaky noise. All right, so you can throw a bunch of these down in here. You can see our whole package of these right here. All right, let's take a look. Yeah. So these are cool. If you've never used them, you can just take a bottle of water or something out in the field, or even just add a sink. And the second you add water to it, it's kind of like those snakes you get when you buy fireworks on the 4th of July, where if you light them, they just expand. These immediately start soaking that water up and unravel. And a lot of times these can be up to like 12 by 12 inches. I don't know if it has the size on here or not. No, what I do like though, these appear to be made of bamboo and are biodegradable. So look how many, you've got 100 of those things in there. and you can take these little canisters here and just fill them full of these tablets and keep them dry and safe and everything. So cool. I'm kind of surprised, as renowned as these kind of products are in the prepping industry and stuff like that. I'm surprised that this is the first time I've seen it in a subscription box, given that a lot of these kind of aim at prepping minded guys and gals. So, all right, I do like that. So there we go. That's from P4X, compressed bamboo towel tabs. Let's see, next up from Bushcraft Coffee Company, we have medium roast coffee. I think these are the individual packets here. Yeah, I think these are smooth with notes of almond, hints of cinnamon, and a lingering finish. And I think these are the ones that are almost like tea bags, if I remember their stuff correctly. I don't want to open these up on camera because I won't be able to enjoy it. You can kind of see through the packaging there. Yeah, so it's a steeped brew bag in a cup, and you gradually pour 8 ounces of hot water on it to brew the bag and everything. These are best by August of this year, so I better get on it and start drinking these things. I'm excited about it. I wonder if I can't really get a smell or anything through the packaging, which is good. That means it actually has good packaging, but that is more of a fun value add thing. If you're out camping with some buddies or even tailgating, this sort of thing is just super fun to have and break out and get yourself a nice fresh cup of joe. Okay, moving along from Holtzman's Guerrilla Survival, we have the Bloodline. Holtzman makes some pretty hardcore knives. Most of the stuff I think are fixed blades. Let me check out the seal on this. I believe, I'm familiar with the Bloodline. I believe this one is a fixed blade. Let's see. Oh yeah, they always give you lots of stuff with their things too. So all right, we're gonna pull this out. The other thing I remember about Holtzman knives, they're typically very greasy straight from the factory. Not a bad thing, you can wipe that off, but when I'm unboxing, my hands get covered with the stuff. So let's see, yeah, see that layer of grease on there? You can just see that catching the light and stuff. It has a little bit of a film on here to protect the blade and stuff as well. So this is 1095 high carbon steel. It is extremely well balanced. Man, this thing's got some weight to it though. Very, very comfortable in the hand. You got nice jimping there along the spine. Let's slide off our little greasy knife cover protector there. Again, you can just see it all covered with this stuff. And I think the badging and stuff we're seeing on here is just obscured by the grease. But nice big belly there. But this is one of those knives, like the second you hold it, you can tell this thing would take an absolute beating, whether you're batoning wood with it, or just chopping away at stuff, doing some bushcrafty things. It is a chunky big boy, full tang the whole way down, really thick too, has a nice weight. Let me see, I think the handles, or the scales I mean, are G10. This says, you know what, as I'm looking at this, I think the description on this card is actually wrong. It's saying a 3-inch stainless steel Tonto blade. That's not Tonto and that's not 3 inches. That's probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 4.5. And it says 7 inches overall. That is definitely a bigger blade than that. So I think this is the wrong description here. Yeah, it's got some details that are wrong. So that's just a little bit of a typo and a goof there, but these are awesome knives. Pretty confident it is G10 and has, let's see, I'm skipped right over the sheath. Can't tell if this is Kydex or what. It does have one of these killer locking mechanisms here on the back that you can slide off and on here and just push it to pop it open and get that on your belt or on molly webbing or wherever you want to put this thing and lock it back up. It's a little bit of an extra premium feature there. And we've got our button closure there. Slide right in and get a nice firm lock up with that all closed up and everything. So you got a pretty great outdoors knife there. Definitely a premium little fixed blade that you can, like I said, probably beat the snot out of. Okay, and then last but not least from Bird, which is a subsidiary of Spyderco, we have the Meadowlark 2. Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, so it reminds me a lot of the Spyderco Delica series. We have a lock back on here. Oh, it's serrated and everything as well. Looks like 8CR13 MOV steel. These are made in China, so a little bit cheaper than their Spyderco brothers and sisters, but has the same, I think, FRN scales on this and typical kind of Spyderco style clip on it. Really nice, confident lockup. Not quite the Spidey hole, but they got kind of that bird-shaped hole there, I guess. Special look, I think like a raven's eye or something like that. It has really nice grip on it, like they claim. Phosphor bronze pivot washers. Yeah, they mentioned here, I kind of missed that detail. So we do have a serrated blade and everything, but there's also jimping here on this choil here in the bottom. So not only on the back spine there, but on the bottom. Pretty mean little EDC knife there. They can definitely put in some hard work for you. I'll be honest, I'm not a giant combination blade person. After having serrated stuff over the years, I kind of hate sharpening it, but still, if you're gonna have serrations on there, that's the way to do it. This thing just gives you a ton of options and feels very ergonomic and very nice in the hand. So cool. All right, there we go, guys. That is the April 2025 major crate from Crate Club. We have the Bird Meadowlark 2, the Holtzman Guerrilla Survival Bloodline knife over here. We have a bunch of coffee bags. I think we got 5 of these bad boys. Single serve steepable coffee bags. Those are pretty cool. We got a ton of these compressed towel tablets, probably more than you'll ever be able to use. It's kind of tempting just to throw those all in a bucket and just see what happens, to be honest. Those things are super fun. And these little carrying cases that came with it, and then this huge Kong case over here, which is definitely the star of the show. So super fun subscription. Again, if you want to get this one for yourself, you can follow the link on the screen or down in the description and save yourself a little bit of money. But if you want to get some hardcore survival and outdoors gear, this is a good one to get, guys. All right, that's it for this month's unboxing. As always, if you dug the video, be sure to hit the like button because it helps the channel out a ton, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. See you guys next time.